That was some action right there, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to remind everyone real quickly, we've only got a couple fights left on the main card. Don't forget, lights go off here. We're all heading over to 20 Sports Gorilla Nightclub for the after party. We're going to give awards out for knockout of the night, submission of the night, and fight out of the night. So don't forget to join us there. 20 Sports Gorilla Nightclub, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep this moving right along with our next bout of the evening. It's for the ECR Welterweight Championship. Our first fighter's joining us from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Let's welcome David Glover.
I'm David Glover. I train with Hard Drive Mixed Martial Arts. I train at least 4 times a week, if not on the weekends, sometimes 2, but I really dedicate myself to this and I work hard. Whether he's training harder than me or not, I really don't care. I train, I'll keep my mind on what I need to be doing and what I need to do for the fight. What he's doing, it doesn't matter. I'm going to stick to my game plan and do what I need to do. Main thing I'd like to do is take it to the ground, but I'll stand and bang with anybody. If something happens, I'll take my chances and my opportunity when I need to, but I'm not going to force anything. I'm training hard, I'm coming for you, you better be ready.
Making his way to the cage, David the Nightmare Glover, fighting out of a Hard Drive MMA, one of the challenger tonight for the welterweight title held by Jeremy Anderson.
If we can say anything about all the fights tonight, they've all been ultra competitive. Everybody has showed tons of heart, tons of determination. Why would anybody think that this fight is going to be different? I know I don't.
You know what? It will be no different. Looking at the two fighters, David Glover coming out of the Hard Drive MMA, fighting Jeremy Anderson. You know, if anybody knows anything about the Anderson brothers around here, whenever you've got 2 fighting brothers, first of all, you're going to have some interesting stories to tell. Him being a challenger coming in, I'm sure he's had to have heard about Jeremy Anderson. I hope he did his homework, because Jeremy Anderson doesn't have the nickname Angry for no reason.
I don't know. He has the nickname of Angry. We got another guy with the nickname of Nightmare. So, hey, I'm ready to see this.
Absolutely.
And his opponent joining us from Davenport, Iowa. Please welcome Jeremy Anderson.
My name is Jeremy Anderson. I'm fighting out of Team Evolution. I'm fighting David Glover from Team Hard Drive in Cedar Rapids. He's probably a pretty tough wrestler, probably a pretty tough kid. Team Hard Drive, no joke. But the guys I train with are no joke too, so it should be a pretty good fight. The outcome is going to be how I plan it every time. I don't care how I win, I'm going to win. I don't care if it's by TKO, knockout, ground and pound, submission. I don't care. At the end, my hand will be raised. Well, when that cage door shuts, man, it's me and you in that cage. There's nobody that's going to help you. Your teammates aren't going to help you. Your fans aren't going to help you. God's not going to help you. It's going to be just me and you. I'm a new fighter. I'm somebody you've never faced. You've never faced anybody like me before. So you better come ready, because I'm planning on taking your head off.
Making his way to the cage, Extreme Cage Rental Welterweight Champion Jeremy Angry Anderson fighting out of Team Evolution and Niall Pena Boxing. Anybody, like I said, that knows the Andersons know that they come out to fight. Jeremy was one of the guys that when I started really helped me out a lot, took me under his wing along with a few other guys, and really showed me what MMA was all about. And very stoic and laid-back attitude, but once that cage door is shut, it's a beast.
Those are the type of guys that would make somebody nervous. You don't know what he's thinking. You can't crack him. You can't break him. But when he comes into that ring, you know that he's going to be a beast.
Absolutely, with a record of 15-4, not lost very often, hates to lose, but like I said before, when he does, learns from it and capitalizes the next time. You're going to see tonight fights with a lot of emotion also.
And he has that experience under his belt as well. That counts for a lot.
Always has his brother Clint Anderson, who was on with me earlier tonight, a brother of Jeremy's in his corner. Like I said, these brothers, they come to fight every time, and when you've got your brother as a sparring partner, and as you know, you're gonna do a little better, I think. You know,
a sparring partner. These guys have probably been fighting since they were 2-3 years old.
Right.
They've been practicing a long time. Is there such thing as toddler mixed martial arts?
I don't know, but I'm sure somebody's hearing this and they're gonna go capitalize off that your idea now.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 5 rounds and is for the ECR Welterweight Championship title. Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 171 pounds. He trains with Hard Drive MMA and is sponsored by Scott Glover and Curtis Contracting Corporation. Joining us from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, David the Nightmare Glover. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 168 pounds. He trains with Team Evolution and Niall Pena Boxing. He's sponsored by Caged Aggression, Big 5 Power Conditioning, Duck Creek Armory, Extreme Cage Rentals, Independent Auto Finder, Jay Johnson School of Karate, Maximize Living, and 20 Sports Grill. Joining us from Davenport, Iowa, here's your current ECR Welterweight Champion, Jeremy Angry Anderson.
The referee for the fight, Kenny Nyquist. David Glover.
This is another one of those fights where you have a slight height difference, so it's going to be interesting to see what these guys' tactics are.
Right. David Glover in the white shorts. Jeremy Anderson, champion, in the red. Jeremy Anderson working a lot with Niall Pena Boxing. Really has gotten a lot better over the years with his boxing. Really looks to establish that jab and find the distance and then strike with his kicks. Kicks are very hard. Looking to shoot early, good sprawl from Glover. Glover a little bit high. Trying to get him on. Glover is, but Anderson doing a good job of keeping him off. A good job of rolling out of that so he doesn't get his back taken. Anderson very good on the ground, looking for some triangles. Big cut already on Jeremy Anderson.
Now, when you have a cut like that, how much is that going to affect the rest of his fight?
And it's depending on where the cut is, which it looks like it's a little bit over the eye, it could impact the fight a lot.
I would think that something like that would start leaking into your eye,
Absolutely.
your vision.
And then fighting with one eye, Kenny Nyquist is keeping a big eye on it, no pun intended, and making sure that it's okay and safe to fight.
And also for Nightmare to to me, that would be open season. I'm going to go and I'm going to attack that cut and try to make it bigger.
Absolutely. This is MMA. When you see an opening, you take it. And unfortunately, sometimes that opening is a huge gash on your face. Nightmare looking for the rear naked choke and doing a little damage from the top, from his back. Anderson trying to cover up, make sure that eye's covered.
It looks like he's definitely trying to protect that eye.
Right, a lot of fighters are doing the shots where they're coming underneath where you can't see them. Just like that right there. You can't see that shot. Looking for the rear naked again as a challenger.
Also getting some left hands into the head.
Got it. Almost got it. Anderson doing a great job.
Big shot to the head.
Big shots coming from Nightmare. Wanting to flatten out Anderson, but Anderson staying on his knees very well, not letting him.
It looks like Glover has it pretty
trying to spin out of it.
But Anderson's trying to slide out.
Taking a lot of damage and really trying to cover it up. Got a hold of Nightmare's arm, doing a great job of neutralizing that arm. Anderson looking for any opening to get out of his position as he's taking a tremendous amount of damage. Spun out of it, great. Looking to go to round two. Did a great job of spinning out right there.
Yep, and it looks like he's going to make it through the round too.
Doctors are going to take a look at that eye very, very closely and make sure it's safe for him to go to the second round. Here comes the doctor to take a quick look.
James, get that eye when you get over there.
And it's very frustrating too whenever you take a shot like that in a good fight. You hate to see fights end off technicalities and cuts, but we said it all night. Theme of the night, safety first. I mean,
do they also have cutmen in their corner to help out with situations like that?
Depending on who you pick for your corner, you try to pick a corner man that has all the attributes that you want, but sometimes you don't get as much as you want. I mean, you only have two choices for your corner man, so you do the best you can. But yeah, most of the time they've got some experience in cuts.
And this is where that type of preparation, comes into play. You want to have that guy that's well versed that can handle anything.
He's got Niall Pena boxing. He definitely knows a thing or two about cuts, so he's going to have anybody have Niall in the corner.
I don't think I'm going to let it go on. Let's get ready for round two.
And Jeremy wanting to start off with cutting open Nightmare a little bit himself, evening his score. That big right hand's knocked out people before, and I know he's looking for it. He's got a big.
Like he got pretty close with that last one.
There it is again. He wants that right. Those shots are just barely missing, and those are put out people before. And if Nightmare did his homework, he knows to block those. And like I said, Jeremy Anderson's very raw, emotional fighter and technical with that combination. It's very dangerous.
But it looks like Glover has also done his homework.
Absolutely.
He's prepared for that.
We're back on the ground again. I know, very frustrating for Anderson to be back down there again. It takes a lot of energy when you're on the ground like that.
This is when you can slow the fight down, determine what you want to do, have a little bit more time.
Absolutely.
How you want to go up.
Glover's got one hook in right now, looking for the second hook.
Trying to stretch him out.
Trying to lock the legs up a little bit, position a little bit. It's pretty hard to bump somebody off you at this position. Anderson trying to do that. Spinning out of it. Great job spinning out of it. That's textbook on how to spin out of that. Now he's in the dominant position and really needs to capitalize right here. Anderson looks to be the stronger of the two fighters, and so really needs to capitalize on this right now as round one.
This is the first time through this fight so far that Anderson has had a clear advantage.
Absolutely, and being down potentially one round in the judge's eyes, he's going to want to come back right now with something strong.
And I'm sure with him being a veteran of being in the ring that he is aware of that.
Right, caught in the armbar, taps out from the armbar. There you have it, another changing of the guard.
This has been a night of surprises, I would say.
And then when you have the name of Night of Champions,
but what does that say about this promotion? What does that say? That says that you have champions and you have challengers who are unbelievably ready to take these steps.
Absolutely. All props to the matchmakers of tonight's event. Really spending hours and hours putting together the best fight card, even matches right now. You know, congratulations to David Nightmare Glover going home as the new Extreme Cage Runner welterweight champion. That's what we were talking about before. When you think the fight's going one way, you roll into an armbar and the fight's over in seconds.
The referee has stopped the